Okay. Hello, welcome back to the Borderpolch studio. Today we're going to have a session in English. We've got the Yachtcontroller team from Europe here, and today we're going to discuss the new range of products that we have from Yachtcontroller. Most of you are familiar with the products. Yachtcontroller has been around for 20 years. We've got Giuseppe here. He's the inventor of the product, and we can ask him soon how he came up with it. And over the years, I think we're up to, what, 20,000 installations?
27,000.
Oh, sorry. So just another 7,000 boats. That's not many. Yeah, so today we've got Tim from Holland. Giuseppe's obviously in Italy. We've got the French partner and the Danish partner. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm François from France, and I'm working with Yachtcontroller and Giuseppe since 2005. So it's a small story.
Hello, I'm Per from Denmark. I've been working together with Giuseppe and the team for the last 3 years. I have Yachtcontroller in Denmark.
So my name is Tim. I'm covering the Dutch and the Belgium region, and I've been connected with Yachtcontroller since 2010.
Fantastic. So there's also obviously the rest of the regions in Europe. We have Croatia, we have Turkey, everywhere is covered, obviously Australia, the US. I think in total, how many distributors do we have, Giuseppe?
So I don't remember because is Lara, my sales manager, and now he's not here. But I remember maybe in all of the world is more of 30.
30,
but
okay.
I don't remember exactly. I am only technical, and I don't manage the commercial. Is other person make it for me.
You can
Sure.
cut after, maybe, so you can cut after that. No?
We're live.
We're live. No cutting today. So
Okay.
Giuseppe, just tell us, I mean, these are very modern looking remote controls. You started the product in 99, 98?
98.
98.
Yes. 97, just I think I made a prototype, but working well in the boat 98.
So did you start this on, you were a boater, or you are a boater?
Yeah. I just made for me because I need to maneuvering alone, because my wife don't like so much the boat, don't want to help me. So I search on the market something for help me, but I don't found nothing. My job is electronics, and I have a team of engineering, so I ask, please, I need a wireless remote, and we start to make the prototype. But sure, is a first release. We need to update year by year. And in 2001, when I opened sales for boat in Italy, in Sanremo, Sea Line boat, I have the same problem because I have 6 boats in stock, and I need to exit with the customer. But the customer don't help me, so I mount my Yachtcontroller. Yachtcontroller was see from a journalist, and he say, if you don't start to sell this, you are crazy, because I never see so much device in the nautical market. And the year after, 2003, we homologate the system because it's not a joke.
Okay.
You maneuvering your boat, and we start. We present in Genova 2002, and we start the sale in March 2003. So now it's 21 years on the market, and I repeat, 27,000 devices sold.
Yeah, unbelievable. That means there's 27,000 boats currently using this product on their boat, and it's a product which I think you would all agree they use daily. So it's the first thing you put in your hand when you're leaving the dock is to switch on the yacht controller, and when you come back into the harbour or when you're anchoring every day, then you also have this in your hand. So I know that the customer satisfaction is very high because it's unlike lots of products we install in boats, which some don't get used as much, but this one really is a helpful tool. So yeah, congratulations on this, but because I think
Thank you.
I think you've made a lot of people happy.
Yeah. And I save many people married, because sometimes the wife make a gift for the man, for the, I don't remember in English, husband. Okay. And when he know personally me sometimes, because I cruise with some boat and recognize me, and thanks Giuseppe, because you save my matrimonio.
Marriage.
My
Okay.
marriage. Okay.
Okay, so there's lots of ways of, I mean, you could tell us maybe in France, I mean, where most of the boats are mooring to the aft, with you, I think, in the harbours. So where are the guys standing when they're mooring the boat with the yacht
very
controller?
easy. They start from, of course, in front to sea, and take the fenders and put the fenders in the boats, and after going on the platform, of course, for the best view, and to take the mooring also alone. If you have a family or kids, or sometimes a wife cannot help you because don't have the force for that. Maybe sometimes his wife is driving also the pilot the boats, but in general we have the husband in the platform and make the maneuver of the boat, and it's very interesting to see that, because the people around this boat see what is easy, and they say, wow, it's easy to enter the boat in this small place, and with this remote, and it's incredible, this invention, because save a lot of boats, and a lot of people works maneuver with this remote control. And on the beginning, I remember the client said, it's a gadget. It's a gadget, it's a toy, like the remote cars, and we can see after 1 or 2 hours, only 1 or 2 hours, no more, no 2 weeks or 2 months, no, 1 or 2 hours is enough to understand it's not a gadget.
Yeah,
it's really important.
So which size of, in your region, which size of boats are they normally installed?
The smaller one, is 28 feet.
28, okay.
Yeah, 28 feet.
Okay.
The smaller one is an I don't know in English, boulangerie for the bread. Make the
so it's a baker?
Yeah.
Someone who delivers the...
no, he make it. So
okay.
In the night. So in the morning, he go to sleep alone in the boat.
Yeah.
In the small island we have in France is a Porquerolles, and is alone in the 28 feet. So when we talking, you say, 28 feet, you don't need a yacht controller. Yes, because I'm alone, and I don't care about that. I want to make the perfect manner for put the anchor for the mooring, and I need the yacht controller for not for entering the berth in the marina, but for the anchor, to put the anchor.
Right, and the bigger boats?
And the bigger one is an Astondo, 145 feet.
Okay.
Right.
So how do you adjust for such a wide range of boats? I mean, we have 3 different products here. Is this? I mean, there seem to be different sizes.
Yes.
So I'm guessing this would accustom the baker, and here we can go up to 100 foot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus.
When he's born, yacht controller was only, and start from 8 meter to 24, because the range with the power admitted from the rules, from the law, don't permit to have big size. So we improve with external antenna the system, and this is a fourth generation, and we decide it's better to have the right product for the size of your boat. So from one we become three, and every yacht controller have the right price and is not so expensive for small boat and can buy Nemesis. The middle size from 15 to 26, 28 have maximum, and this is born for big, very big mega yacht, and it can arrive at 99 meter, just for don't say 100, but is with external antenna, and the range is very high, and is a surprise also for me because is born for people drive cruise, sorry, not drive alone. But when you think about the United States, for example, is a market with a big mega yacht, and yacht controller, sure it have captain, it have sailman, and it have help, but we need a yacht controller also for big boat, because when he stay on the dash at the control head, the throttle, don't see where the boat is. And when you have so bigger mega yacht, it's simple to crash, because normally the crew speak about with VHF, but the wind, the noise, sometimes don't understand the captain how many meter is from the dock. And with yacht controller, the captain bring in the hands the control of the boat and see directly where it is. So Supremo is born for this,
Sure.
and is the right product also for mega yacht with maybe 2-3 people for cruise of the boat. And now is completed. We can satisfy everything.
Sure. So we're not only connecting to the engines, so we're also connecting to the thrusters.
Yes.
There's so many different products on the market. There's probably more than 35 different control heads, I would say. And I know that you're also managing proportional thrusters.
Yeah.
So range, I think, is absolutely no issue anymore. And now it's all about fine tuning. I think the remote controls are also offering speed functions. So
Yes.
so for boats with smaller engines, if they can manage themselves, if there's higher
Yes.
wind. I know you have a lot of customers in Holland with, like D3 engines as well,
Correct,
as
yes.
as I do in Germany. So the speed function
It's perfect.
has
Absolutely,
been good for you.
Yes.
Um,
And we then don't have only 3 different products. We made also 3 different transmitter, transceiver, because some people, especially if come from a boat with pod like a Volvo IPS, is not so able to use the lever or the key.
Sure.
And we have the joystick. Sometimes all generation don't use the joystick, can use the lever. And this is made because I need a transmitter with more function, pilot with only key. And this is able, for example, if you want to rotate, you don't need to move the remote with 4 finger.
Sure.
You just automatic mode, you push only one. So we can have the right product for all the people cruising in the boat.
Absolutely, and I think, what day is it today? I'm losing count, but I think it's Tuesday, right? So we've been here since Saturday, and we've had lots of conversations. We're in Hall 10 at the boat show, and we've already had countless conversations about how the people prefer to moor the boats with the remote controls. And this has always been a big consideration. I think this idea was really good because on the smaller boats they have one hand free to take care of the lines and the fenders. So in Germany we're selling a lot of this remote control. This one here we've been selling for basically since the start, and it's a fantastic remote. And obviously you said with the pods or stern drives we can move that with the joystick. Yeah. So tell us a little bit, just quickly about Denmark. What sort of boats are you dealing with there?
I think normally it's between 35 to 55, 60 feet.
Okay.
We install the Yachtcontroller. Normally we are using for the joystick on this one in the middle.
Okay.
We're going to install in the boat. And it's normally second-hand boats we're installing in. People are very happy for it. As I told a lot of people, it will raise your living time on the boat minimum 10 years if you have this Yachtcontroller.
Yeah, I'm still getting, after 10 years, people come back into our harbour and they've had the product for 10 years, and it's still going strong.
Yeah. And it's fun because all the clients, after they have been installing one, after a couple of months, I ask them, what do you think about the Yachtcontroller? That's the first time when I went to the boat, I start the Yachtcontroller before I do nothing else. I'm going a deck, I'm maneuvering my boat by myself. Even the boat is 35 feet or 50 feet, it doesn't matter.
Sure.
Also when it's windy, they're very happy for it.
And you buy a Yachtcontroller for life. Once you've bought it
Yeah.
once,
Yeah.
your next boat will
Same.
have a Yachtcontroller as well,
Same.
and your third boat and ever.
Yeah.
So
All right.
It's very nice.
So Tim, if we could just grab the mic for Tim. So I know you're doing lots of installations.
yes.
A typical, does it really matter which system you take with regards to the installation time?
No, for the installation time, only depending if you have the bigger ones that like the MAN, we have a separate interface that needs to be cut in the dash, but the rest is very straightforward. And for me, I think normal installation takes about 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't.
Very fast.
He's done a lot of installations, but I depending on the boat, I guess if I tell most of the customers it's definitely finished in a half a day.
Max.
Yeah,
yes.
maximum half a day, so that they can come into your harbour. You send a technician on board, they go for a breakfast and then come back and they have the Yachtcontroller.
And especially now with these plug-and-play interfaces, the connection of the engine is like child's play.
Right.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, it must be very difficult to keep up with the industry with so many different electronics. But but you've been working with these companies for 20 years, so you have a good relationship with companies like Volvo, Penta, and MAN, and
Yes. When it's born, Yachtcontroller is very simple to use and to install because the control head, the throttler was analogic and you connect with 3 wire. But in this year, for security reason, analog is not so good like digital, and all the command now is sent in CAN bus. So it's not so simple to attach it to wire. You need a protocol, and we have now more of 50 interface for different control head because is entered on the market many builder of control head because in the past things about many boat have only cable, not electronics, but especially we start in UK, the marina check is electronics is more reliability because the cable sometimes is blocked and it's impossible for you if the cable is broken to stop the engine before the crash. Electronics year by year increase the reliability, and now it's very difficult to find a boat with a cable. And for us it's good because the market increase. So year by year we increase the sales, and just say before Tim, if one customer at the beginning thinks about, but I spend money, is utile, is good or not, but after it use the first day, maybe the second day, don't think at what he pay. And sure, we have a customer before to buy a new boat, ask and want to see on the contract, I need to mount a yacht controller. And for us, it is a good result because we have repeat customer. And also, we speak about installation. I think all our interface, not only for the throttle but also for the thruster, because in the past the thruster just go port or starboard, but 100%. Now we have on a 10-meter boat proportional thruster, and this is the same electronic with CAN bus, and we need interface for the throttle and also for the thruster.
Yeah, and I think whilst we touch on that subject with the thrusters, it is increasing the proportional thrusters, but
Yes.
most boats still have just the on-off 100%. So features like, I know with Volvo IPS, that we have on the joystick here, when we push the joystick, we can take on the DPS, this dynamic positioning system, so the boat stays still and doesn't move. In the future, offering a system like this, you have to be careful about which thrusters you use for this, because if you install such a system on a boat with just on-off thrusters, and you can probably tell lots of stories about this, if you're using these thrusters too long, the fuses are burning through, and so you have to be very careful about which features you offer on particular boats.
Yes, for this reason we don't have now the DPS, but we just turn on if the DPS is mounting on the boat. So if you have Volvo, if you have Mercury, Skyhook, and the name is different, but the function is the same. You push and stay where you push. But if is good solution, but you need to have pod or outboard with a small propeller, because DPS with shaft. So just you can maneuvering, but you don't have 20 centimeters. You have meter or thruster. I speak about the normal on-off thruster. Working time for the battery or for the head is normally 3, maximum 5 minutes. After, you are alone. You lose your thruster, and you need to wait minimum half hour, because the thermal protection go down, and when restart is work maybe 1 minute. So is money lose. We need to find a solution. We are working on.
Excellent.
Maybe the next Düsseldorf you found our solution without any problem, and finally we can offer a right DPS solution without the problem of your boat.
Yeah, and this is something I've always appreciated myself about Yachtcontroller as a company, is that these guys have an overview with regards to the situation on the boat, and before anything's released on the market, it makes sense and it's being tested well, and
Absolutely. I cruise, so many company work in the nautical market, but don't cruise. So for me is important to think about a function, to realize, to test it on the boat, and when finally everything is good, I put on the market, because I don't want to lose my face, my name. In 21 years on the market, we have only satisfied customer, and we don't have any problem with. You can check in internet the forum. The customer with your controller don't crash. We have an insurance, and I have a declaration every year when I pay money for the insurance. He declared we don't pay no accidents in 21 years on the market.
Yeah, fun.
The same story is not possible to have from the competitor now on the market.
Sure.
I have in my company a box with many part remove because it may be installed, maybe it pay less, but after one crash it remove and buy the original yacht controller.
Sure. Well, Giuseppe, I hope
we can buy. I don't know if we have time. The security of our transmission, our band. I don't know how many time we have.
The time is
30 seconds, 30 minutes. Sorry.
in total, but I think that would probably for the video we might do a separate video to go into more detail. But on behalf of all of the installers and distributors, I'd like to thank you for allowing us to supply our customers with such a great product. It's a lot of fun, and I love using the product myself as well. So, and I think we've got some work to do in Hall 10, back on the stand, because your employee Raphael is standing there alone and needs some support. So, guys, I'd like to thank you for coming in and having a chat with us, and look forward to working with you in the future. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Okay.
you to all.
Thank you.